Hi guys, Manab25 here and welcome to another Gran Turismo 7 Sport Mode Time Trial Gold Medal attempt. We're at a slightly damp Spa Francorchamps. The car of choice is the RedBull X2014 Junior, and this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Now it's quite a long lap here and grip levels aren't the best, so plenty of time to be lost and found. But full concentration is required at all times. Now the 3% cut-off for those lovely 2 million credits is 2 minutes 40.8 and not the 2 minutes 41.3 as shown on screen, because while I was trying to achieve that goal time, another goal time was set, which is frustrating. But nevertheless, I did record a time, and I'm not going to lie, I struggled with it, but this is how I did it. Okay, so as we head down the pit straight, I'll just point out I'm using traction control 2 and counter steer assist. That's the only way I felt I could get a good lap, really. So as we're heading towards the source, we're going to be braking at the 100 board. I think it's normally a bit after that in the drive, but of course we are in wet conditions now. So coming through the source, don't take too tight a line, try and stretch it out a little bit. And once you get the grip, just put the power down as best you can. With traction control, that is easier. To try and get the best drive towards Radion and Air Rouge. As we head towards this famous bit of tarmac, I stay in 5th gear, but I lift off the throttle just a little bit too much, and you can see the time it's cost me when compared to the Ghost. Now you roughly want to keep about 130 miles an hour for this, so a slight lift will do you, but you just have to judge it on feel. Now we're making our way up the Camel Straight up towards Lecum, and we're going to be braking at the 100 meter board on the right there. Then we're going to be dropping to 2nd gear briefly, then back up to 3rd to help with traction, and then through this section we're just going to be balancing the throttle, staying in 3rd gear, and just try not to overdrive the car, and then steering clear of the curb on the right. Heading down the hill, we are going to be braking when the pylon on the left hits the edge of our screen. For this right-hander, we are going to be dropping down to 2nd, and then we're going to be patient on the throttle. As soon as we get the grip, up to 3rd, and then we're braking when we see the gap in the fence on the right hit the edge of our screen. Keep it tight through this left-hander and don't run too wide on the exit. We're about halfway through the lap now, heading towards Pouhon, the fast double left-hander. We're going to be braking at the 50 board and then going to drop a gear to 4th, patient on the throttle again. When we feel that grip, full throttle up into 5th to help with traction and stop from spinning out. So still heading downhill, we're going to get to the gantry, we're going to brake just as that leaves the screen, and then we're going to drop to 3rd gear, let the car sort of roll through the corner gently on the throttle, take a middle line for this next corner because there's a puddle on the left which we want to avoid. And then we're heading down towards Stavolo, there's this puddle right before the curb. We want to brake when we get to that, and as we reach the right hander, drop down to 2nd, then back up to 3rd for traction, and then full throttle until we get to this corner, lift off, gently does it, and then back onto full throttle again. As we head down to Blanchon, we have a little time to breathe, so I'm just going to skip forward a little bit. Heading to the fast left-hander, when we reach the 2nd puddle here, we want to lift off and drop a gear, and as soon as we feel the grip, back on the accelerator again, heading towards tricky little chicane section. We're going to be braking at the 150 as usual. We're going to come down into 1st gear to try and just get that slowed down and get rotation back up to 2nd to help with traction. Even with traction control, it's really slippery through here, and then just try and just get it straight as possible, as quick as possible, head towards the line, and we finish with a 2 minutes 40.555, which at the time of filming was good enough for a gold time. 1,215th in the world, not too bad. However, when we logged in a few days later, it wasn't, which is a shame. I tried my hardest on this one, I've done my best, but best isn't good enough this time, so I think we're going to have to settle for silver, unfortunately. But hey, can't win them all. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I wish you the best of luck in trying to tame this beast, because it is a difficult one. It's the hardest one we've had for a while, but I guess it was due. I'm going to leave you with a few of my failed attempts, followed by the final lap. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you could leave a like on the way out and subscribe to help the channel grow, that'd be amazing. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.